Well, tonight I'm wondering, what are you listening to?
Howdy, folks. We are coming at you this is our post knife haul today at the Benton, Arkansas Gun and Knife Show. And we're just going to stop real quick here and make a short video. We didn't find as many pieces today at this show as we've had in our first two that me and Dwayne have recorded, but I think we did okay. I'm happy with what I did get, and he got a real cool find on a firearm here, actually. This is a gun and knife show, and I'm going to let him talk about that firearm, and I think he knows more about the gun side of it than I do, so I'm just going to let him tell you about his stuff, and then we'll swap the camera around and talk about my couple I got.
First little knife we picked up is it's a Ranger made by Colonial, and it's just a little small 2-blade jack, Providence, Rhode Island on the tang stamp there, and it's got some advertising on it. It's about wore off, but I love these little small USA made knives.
I believe that's carbon steel too.
It is patinaed up a little bit there. I think it's going to clean up real good and get some snout back in it. But yeah, just a little 2-blade jack. Nice little knife. And the next one is also a Colonial made. This is a Colonial made Coyote. Full size, low lock back with tons of snap.
Listen to that, folks.
Yeah, that's sweet. But
got the Coyote etching there on the blade. Show them that tang stamp. Turn around. Was that Providence? Oh, Coyote. What all does that say?
Providence, USA.
Yep.
We looked this up. I thought they was made by Colonial, and we confirmed that before we got on here. But yeah, that's a cool piece. That is got a little advertising on the back of it. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but anyway, it didn't take away from it for me. But these things are, I know they're all modeled after the 110 buck, but this is almost identical to a charade.
I was fixing to say that's actually like a LB7, ain't it?
Exactly.
That looks like just like the
scale to the LB7.
Yep, the bolsters up there. That's kind of slanted bolster in the front.
Right.
That looks just like an old LB7.
Yeah, but it is a pretty good little knife. Got the original sheath that came in.
Leather sheath. Check it out.
It is leather. Maybe not high quality leather, but it is leather. But I think that's going to clean up really, really good. These old USA knives are just cooler than creek water to me, but I like them.
It's kind of Dwayne's soft spot. He loves those anything old, the old USA. I guess it's a special if it's carbon steel. You know, that's a cherry on top. But he likes all those rope Providence, the Colonials, that kind of jam.
Well, that's the two knives, and of course, I'm a gun guy, bigger than I am a knife guy, and this is one I've been chasing for a while, and I found this guy actually in the line, waiting to get in. And this is a Winchester Model 67 single shot 22. And this thing is in super, super nice condition. No cracks in the stock, no rust, very minimal blue and wear. This was a heck of a deal.
Check that out. Yeah, Dwayne, we were paying to go in the story, and I'm talking over you. I try not to talk over you, but we were getting our hands stamped just to go in, and this guy was toting this gun, and I saw Dwayne. He kind of nudged me, and his eyes kind of got big as saucers, and he asked the guy, well, you can tell a story.
Yeah, I asked him, I said, are you looking to sell? And he said, yeah. And so I asked him what he was wanting to get for it, and kind of left it at that. We walked in, paid and walked in, and was waiting on him to check his gun in at the door. And I told HT, I said, you can move on, but I'm gonna hold up because I got to talk to this guy. And we was able to work out a deal on it, which was a really good deal for me. And yeah, this is one I've been chasing for a while, and we finally hit it, and it's going home with me and going in my collection.
You actually found the same gun. Didn't you find the same gun on Inside the Show for like $200 more or something like that?
Right, yeah, I did, and it didn't look this good.
Lee.
But I have a weak spot for these old 22 single shots. I got a couple of Remingtons and a couple of Marlins, and this was one I was missing, and it made the trip worth the while, I guarantee you.
This is yeah. When he turns the camera around here, I got didn't hit a whole lot today. That is the score of this trip today for the both of us. Was that little 22 single shot there? I'm not a huge gun guy like Dwayne, but he is, and he told me what a good a find, and what he gave for it. That's what he gave for it's his business. But it was a very good
$120. So
yeah, he gave. There we go. Cat's out of the bag. He gave $120 for that. And what did you find? What did you see the scene in there?
$325 was the other one.
We had another guy that was in the show selling this exact same gun for $325. So Dwayne got it for $120, and so yeah, he was $120 lighter right out, basically before the ink dried on our hand stamp. But you got to do what you got to do. But we're gonna turn this around and check out my couple of finds today. So I have, believe it or not, I know, shamefully, folks, the Buck guy did not own a 301 Stockman, but I have changed that. Maybe get a little street cred back. For whatever reason, I have never had a 301. Well, now I do. New inbox, and that was that was like my first or second table in the door too. So this guy had these and had a really good price on these, and I am now the proud owner of a USA 301. So really, really tickled to have this finally in my collection. And mine's going to be short and sweet today. I only found one more, but this is kind of going to be the my cherry on top of the trip. This is a Buck 532. They call that the Buck Lock. I call it, I'm going to show you guys it. I call it the Buck Canoe. You guys look at those lines. Looks just, I'm the canoe guy. I'm calling it a Buck Canoe. They call it the Buck Lock. It is a locking, I'm calling it a canoe. It's a locking canoe. It does have, this one did have some rodeo or something. It did have the advertising etch on this one. So, I could have done without that. But check out this file work. This thing is like really nice, folks. And these were discontinued in, we looked it up, 1994 is the last time they made there was production of these knives. Check out that, those worked back springs. File work there on those back springs. But anyway, these were discontinued in 1994, and Buck has brought them back several times as limited editions and what have you. But I just think this thing is immaculate. Not even sure yet what I have here as far as those handles. Going to have to do some research, but I know this is a pretty rare knife, and me being a canoe lover and a buck, I mean, it checked both of my boxes. HT the buck guy, HT the canoe lover, voila. So got to do some more research. I don't know everything about it, but it is very clean. Came with this paperwork, and you guys can tell this is the old dingy old school, to get it open here, the old school weathered paperwork that came with this. And it actually comes with the leather sheath, and has again, they have the rodeo thing there, but it has the buck snap on it. And turn around here on the back, you can wear it on a belt like that. But anyway, we got that. That is the creme de la creme today at the show for me. and I'm not showing it very well here, I'm sure. But there it is, a buck 532. I'm calling it the buck canoe, the lockback canoe, and I am tickle purple to found this one and put it in my collection. But short and sweet. We don't have no 7 or 8 apiece to go from today, but I got me 2 new bucks. Dwayne got him an awesome awesome deal on a firearm, a couple of old USA folders. Hey, appreciate you guys watching, and there'll be more videos on some of these. I'm sure you'll see full videos of them in the future. We're gonna get out of here. Got to go find us a bite to eat, and we'll send it off for today, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless. HT, Dwayne, we are out.
From the bar stool to that living room, Sunday morning in a church pew in a deer stand.